Welcome to Table Talk. I'm Tijera. You can call me T because we're going to get real comfortable here.
And I'm Quintin, but you could call me Q.
The calculator. But I'm Ben. You can call me Bennie. I did it again. I'm Ben. Keep going, man.
Yeah.
So we'll keep it going. I am Ben, though.
Before we get started, bro, where you picked this shirt up from, man?
Oh, brother, I made this shirt. It's my reasonable service. Okay. It allows you to be exclamatory without being explicit and even evangelical.
Yeah.
If I be lifted up, I'll draw men unto me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just something that I could get behind and stand behind.
Gotcha.
I made it myself.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. I need one or two.
I got you. My Instagram is flysince91. It's the link in that bio. Flysince91.
You got to spell that. I went to college, but I don't know what you're saying.
I understand, brother. So FLYSINCE.
Okay.
The number 91.
Oh, Fly Since 91.
That twang coming through. Fly Since 91.
Okay, got you.
Correct.
All right, cool.
That's the one.
Okay.
Cool.
Dope. Okay, y'all. Well, we have been talking about insecurity at the table. And one of the things that PC, Pastor Carter, y'all hear me say it, he's PC, has been talking about is this idea of self-sabotage. And I know that that's something that I've experienced. So what have y'all kind of experienced in terms of self-sabotage? Is that something you struggled with or something that you've been able to overcome?
Yeah, I think with self-sabotage, it plays a role in all of our lives. And I just always think about this scripture that talks about my thoughts are not your thoughts, my ways are not your ways. Because when we look at our thoughts and our ways, they could be erroneous, right? And sometimes when we rely on our own voice and our own perspective, we end up self-sabotaging. Sometimes maybe we're thinking too small, we're not thinking large enough. Sometimes we're not considering all the variables in our analysis, right? And we end up with a false conclusion. I like to think of it as like, you can see to the corner, but God can see to the corner, around the corner, up the mountain, down the mountain, right? Around the mountain. So you have to continuously rely on him in your journey and your being and your doing. Because if not, you're definitely going to sabotage yourself. But Q, I see you want to get in there too, man.
Yeah, bro. I like that, right? The scripture that came to mind is one of the most spiritual punchlines that everybody knows. Trust in the Lord all thy heart, but lean not on your own understanding, right?
Sing it.
Yeah. Hey, we got to get him praise and worship team.
That's the Concord essential.
Okay. Man, one of my biggest downfalls, and I got a partner, man, shout out to Dave. He used to tell me all the time. He said, you know what your problem is, bro? You're just too smart. You're too smart. If you were a little dumber, maybe you could have a little bit more faith for what you want, right? But you're trying to logic and reason your way to a solution. And just what you just said, like you coming to a false conclusion, right? And there's been things in my life, man, where I have lined up perfectly, okay? On paper, it made perfect sense. And I start chipping away at it. Then I got to the end and found there was one little variable that I didn't know was there, delayed it for a year, okay? And I look back like, had I really had a conversation with God about that in depth, maybe I could have added that one little piece and not sabotage myself for 12 months. I still got there, right? Children of Israel still made it to the promised land, but a 40-year journey wound up being 40 years, should have been 11 days, right? Yeah. So, I think just having that close relationship with him cuts that journey down tremendously.
Yes.
Yeah.
That perfectionism, and I'm not labeling you as that, but I know I'm a recovering
perfectionist. Okay.
It's real because sometimes we see, and we also see other people doing things, and it's like you have these ideas and stuff, but I think sometimes the difference is they were able to take that leap of faith and not have it have to have every answer to everything figured out. I know I could potentially self-sabotage before I even get started. Yeah. If I don't see it working out exactly how I feel like it should work out, or I don't have all the answers, it could be okay, well, it's an idea, but
Yes.
I don't have enough information in this subject, or I don't have enough knowledge in this subject, or there's so many people in this arena that you cut it off before you even get started. And it's like, well, if God gave you to that, if he brought it to you, why would he not walk you through that? Yeah. Why would he not put the things and knowledge in place that you need to get through it? And I think it also shows that we can sometimes lean and depend on in our own might too much, that we don't lean on him to take us through a journey versus like, okay, God, you gave me the idea. I'm gonna take it now. Thank you. Appreciate you. And it's like, no, I'm gonna be walking with you through this. So it's really, when we take the self out of it, I think we're less likely to sabotage.
Yeah.
So I'll surmise that succinctly and we can wrap.
This boy using these school words, boy. Go ahead.
I will
say that one more time. Okay.
I'll surmise that succinctly so we can wrap.
Okay.
But it's basically what both of you just said. You don't find God for one or two reasons. You're either too smart or you're too dumb. And that's basically what you guys just described. And sometimes we need to pray more and say less. That's the simplicity of it all.
Put that on the shirt.
Yeah. Pray more, say less.
Pray more and say
Fly
less.
since 91.
Come on.
Yeah.
There
On
it is.
that note.
Pray more, say less.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
And on that note, y'all, we're just dropping a couple gems we hope that you can use as you walk through this journey of overcoming insecurity to live your best life. And the best life is the life that God has purpose for you. This is the Table Talk, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Table Talk podcast, presented by the Concord Church Young Adults. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube and Apple Podcasts, in addition to follow us on Instagram at Concord Young Adults.